Honorable Governor, Sri 𝐵𝐺𝐬𝐫𝐿𝐫𝐿𝐫 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐿, Chairman Dr. Velayathan, Director Dr. Rama, Dean Dr. Kannan, Sri Prasad, Dr. Mookambika, Dr. Venu, Dr. Chandramohan, other dignitaries of the stage, my co-faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the heroes of the day, graduating students. Hearty congratulations to all of you. A big day in your life, perhaps the most important day. But I can see a range of emotions in your faces, from fear to anxiety, also mixed with joy of having achieved this landmark. Fear and anxiety, fear of the future. What specialty you are going to do, where you are going to do, and of course with the threat of AI looming all over. And you would have all watched the reels of the likes of Elon Musk and so, who have been prophesizing that medical profession is soon going to die. Don't worry, be happy. And if you have not watched, I would recommend all of you to watch and listen to an old Doris Day song of the 1960s. Que sera sera, whatever will be, the future is not ours to see. So savor this moment, enjoy the day. I'm sure you have all heard of the famous French surgeon, vascular surgeon René Leriche, the relic syndrome probably. So he has a famous quote. Every surgeon carries within him a cemetery where he peeps in day to day and prays. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have my own personal cemetery accumulated over the last 30 years. So I'll just dig into this, my personal cemetery, and share with you few lessons which I have learned, lessons which probably will help you also. As was mentioned, I've completed over 30 years in this profession of neurosurgery, working in well-reputed high-volume centers. So the natural corollary would be that I have super confident, I have enough experience. But on the contrary, with each passing day, I feel more and more inadequate and incompetent. And why is that so? Every technique, every skill that I've mastered is soon getting extinct. That's the pace with which technology is evolving. So that's the first lesson for you. Be on your toes, keep evolving, keep learning new techniques, keep adapting new skills. But there's a word of caution here. When you, in this rush for adapting new technology or new skills, be aware of the perils of the peer pressure, the pressure of publication, the pressure of conferences. You need to excel. You have this pressure to excel and be one up above your colleagues. And more importantly, the risk of pleasing the industry, which you know is such a great peril. Few years ago, I was operating on a lady with an aneurysm and it suddenly started bleeding which I was struggling to control, and I thought I nearly lost the patient. But somehow, through some simple maneuver which I had tried earlier and failed, suddenly the bleeding stopped, everything was quiet and the patient recovered very well. So few days later, when I was narrating this to the family of the patient, she was a teacher and she had 3 daughters from a small place called Punalur here. So the 3 daughters told me, "Sir, while you were operating, all 3 of us were in 3 temples in the city and they were performing Mrityunjaya Homam for their mother, a prayer to avert death, to conquer death." So now here I am not promoting or advocating any religion or belief in God, because I am sure there will be a lot of non-believers. That's for you to choose. What I want to highlight is, this is the second lesson, humility and surrender to the unknown. So whatever advances that we have made, what medicine has made, there is still a lot of unknowns. You might do a very good surgery, the patient might not do well. You might botch up a surgery and the patient might do well. So please realize with all humility that the final decision is not yours, but some other power which we are yet to know. And humility is not a weakness, it's a foundation of wisdom. Similarly, there was this another, as I said, I'm digging the skeletons in my cemetery. There was this lady, an elderly lady, who had a small tumor which was detected incidentally for scan for some other purpose. And the scientific evidence suggested that we should operate on that because there's a risk of the tumor growing. The lady was dead against any surgery. And even I was against, because I have seen many patients with small tumors which do not grow. The medical evidence was against. The family, all young, she had a lot of young, educated, highly qualified children who were all very eager, and of course their love for their mother. They thought, doctor, why don't we operate now when the tumor is small and she is relatively well preserved? There's a logic in that, and they decided based on their love for their mother. I succumbed to that logic. The surgery didn't go well. She had a stormy post-operative course and we lost the patient. So I learned 3 lessons in this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. A lot of the symptoms which we have, which most of our patients have, sometimes our human body is so resilient, many of the symptoms resolve on their own. Let us stop being shopkeepers and offer some investigation or some form of treatment or surgery to anybody who walks into our clinic. Do no harm, that should be a prime aim. The second lesson, that is what Dr. Mookambika also alluded to. The patient did not want surgery. I also did not want surgery. But somehow out of pressure we obliged their family and ended up in this problem. So that's what Dr. Mookambika alluded. Do unto others as you would want them to do to you. So always put yourself in the shoes of the patient and decide how you would have wanted and do the same. The third lesson is this competition between scientific evidence and wisdom. Scientific evidence, of course, is based on a lot of statistical evidence. You all have heard of Mark Twain, the famous novelist. He has a famous quote. There are 3 kinds of lies: ordinary lies, damned lies, and statistics. Well, this is a joke. It is not to belittle statistics, but the message I wish to convey is always weigh statistics versus wisdom and decide. So friends, the final message is, you replace your books and your computers and your laptops with patients. You replace your classrooms with the hospital corridors. The wisdom and the knowledge that you get from the hospital corridors cannot be matched by any number of books or any number of internet visits you may do. Spend more time with your patients in the hospital wards, and that is going to be a cornerstone of your success. So let me just conclude by quoting Sir Robert Hutchinson. From inability to leave the well alone, from too much zeal for what is new and contempt for what is old, from putting knowledge before wisdom, science before art, cleverness before common sense, from treating patients as cases, from making the cure of a disease more grievous than its endurance. Good Lord, deliver us. Once again, hearty congratulations to all of you. May you all serve with competence, courage, humility and kindness. Thank you. Jai Hind.